Dying Light 2 is the long-awaited and delayed sequel to 2015's original. Thanks to Techland, I've been able to play nearly 10 hours of it so far, and this will be a spoiler-free preview of my initial impressions. The first word that comes to mind for me with this game is better. Every single aspect of it is improved, either slightly or big time, over the original, which I love to play, but it had some real rough spots. Let's go over just what has me so impressed thus far. The main takeaway for me early on is just how good the movement in this game feels. In the first game, you really had to level your character up quite a bit before they felt nimble enough to dance around the city's rooftops like a spider monkey. The second game smartly changes this up by allowing you far better feeling parkour movement right off the bat, and the initial upgrades I've unlocked have added on to a great system instead of having to build a great system piece by piece. Combat-wise, things are pretty similar, though there as well, you immediately feel more capable than you did early on in the first game. There is also a light leveling system that covers multiple aspects of your character, though getting into full detail there would enter spoiler territory. The three main ones are your overall level, which goes up very slowly and is tied to the gear and weapon systems. The remaining two are for your parkour and combat abilities, which level at a decent pace. There are also ways to upgrade your health and stamina as well, but that is a consumable-based system instead of an experience-based one. The game also offers 3 graphical modes, which should be familiar to most by now: resolution, quality, and performance. And the PC version does offer ray tracing that is seemingly unavailable on consoles. I played the game on a Series X and it looked quite pretty at times, and a bit ugly at others. It is a very large game world, and I found myself marveling at the scope of it far more than any individual bit of tech would get me. The character models can look quite good though, especially for the main ones, and the enemies are appropriately horrific for both humans and monsters alike. The gore system is still here, and you will be chopping off limbs left and right with heads flying all over the place if you find yourself a particularly strong bladed weapon. The music of the game is varied and well made. It can feel a bit out of place at times with how serious everything else is, but it's never bad. I found myself sitting around and listening to it quite a bit in fact, as it is a consistently high quality. The voice acting, on the other hand, is much spottier. The main character, Aiden, is extremely well done, as are many of the game's bigger characters. Almost every smaller side character is really cheesy though. The game features what might be some of the worst southern US accents I have ever heard, and it can make taking the well-written story as serious as I'd like at times. That story is pretty basic to start. Aiden is a pilgrim, one of the few who travels a country for various jobs. I won't get into spoiler territory, but I will say that the current day stuff is working a lot better for me than some of the more dream sequence-like flashbacks. Overall, I am very interested in where the story is going, and the side content, while a bit cookie-cutter in nature, has been rewarding enough that I've done quite a bit of it. This really is an enormous game. That 500 hours to 100% the map tweet feels legit after my time here. But don't let that put you off, as you can always mainline the story whenever you choose, which should supposedly cut that down to 20 hours or so if you'd like. Individual lines of dialogue are skippable during the in-game cutscenes, which is always a plus if you're a quick reader. The game has already teased a massive story-changing decision model that players will have to make on occasion, and I think I'm just about to reach one of them. I'm really looking forward to seeing how my choices will stack up in comparison to others over the coming weeks, and, does it matter or not? Wrapping things up, I am a huge fan of the first game, but it had serious issues with its writing and character work. This one is a big step up, though there are still some things holding it back from greatness at the start. We'll have a review up on February 2nd at 10 a.m. Eastern US, where I'll be able to give my final impressions though, so keep an eye out for that on our site here. As far as my overall first impressions of Dying Light 2 Stay Human goes, I am mighty impressed by its incredible parkour-based movement, solid action, and intriguing plot. As always, thank you so much for watching. You can like, comment, and subscribe if you like us, or visit patreon.com/XboxEra if you really want to help us grow. We'll see you here next time.